One, two, three, four, one, two, ready. Welcome to Straight Talk TV, the show that cares about you. And here's our host, Tony Brown.
Hello and goodbye, because Kendall has to leave. But I just wanted to be able, it was one of our youth poets, and she did a great job.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate it. Okay, well, did you want to drop a few bars before we go? Before you go?
No, but she'll say hi.
Okay. But come back. Share that gift and talent with us, okay?
Okay, I will.
Okay, it'll be our pleasure. Okay, you audience, we're going to be blessed with the 7 principles of Kwanzaa as well with Dr. Joyce Hariss. So she's been a pioneer as well as these other folks that you're seeing right now in our community. And it's just to be a part, it's just a blessing to be a part of their lives and their journey. Here we go. Please stand in your heart and in your mind as we honor the Black National Anthem.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let us march on till victory is won. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun, about a day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Let us march on till victory is won. Is won. Is won.
Oh my goodness. Go ahead. That's a beautiful center back there.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, we are at the Soul Restoration Center in the former Albina Art Center building.
Okay.
Albina Art Center is a historic location where Black community gathered in the 60s. And so we have some icons in our community who's come through here as teenagers, and now they are historians in our community. So I'm so grateful to be part of the stewardship of this building. Actually, it's under the control of Portland POIC, but we are I Am More, which is under the founder, Dr. Renee Mitchell, who will be talking shortly. I'm a community member who grew up really close to here. I'm so excited to be one of the baton holders, one of the torchbearers on the journey of this building and this location and what is placed in our Black community. So I'm just happy to be part of the tradition and the history holders in our area, and also history makers. You just saw Kendall Brown Clay, who's going to be doing great things in our community. She just performed here today for folks. Every day, every one of our sessions has at 2:00. We've been able to highlight storytellers and speakers in our community for a short session. So I do have vendors you'll hear from shortly, but I just want to hand it off to you, Dr. Mitchell.
Dr. Share a little bit about who you are for our viewers, and then we're going to talk about how you two people came together to create this vision.
Oh, wow, absolutely. So I'm Dr. Renee Mitchell, and I am a former journalist. A lot of people remember me from when I was a columnist at the Oregonian. And I also, once I left the paper, I became a just a community activist. I was doing a lot of stuff in the community. And then I became a teacher at Roosevelt. And I loved what I did. We did some amazing things, but that was where I Am More was created because I started to understand that some of the things that I had gone through as a young person were similarly occurring with the young people that I was interacting with at Roosevelt High School. And so that led to the creation of I Am More, which is an acronym that means making ourselves resilient every day. And so from there, we started the Soul Restoration Center. I just wanted to give honor for the folks who actually were in stewardship of that building, how it all came about.
Right. But
It-
how,
it- mhm.
while we
Is it
waiting, how did
okay?
you, go
Is
ahead.
it
Go ahead.
okay to have one of our customer who's heading out? This was our final customer of the
Oh,
day.
yeah, please, please.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are actually live there. We're
Okay.
live right now. Hey, how you doing? Let us know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to us, please.
Yeah, as we close up, this is our final customer of the day who came in and bought a bunch of stuff. There's a couple things. So yeah, so say who you are. And
hey, I'm Tori. I grew up born and raised here in Portland, so
Okay.
wearing some of the items I purchased.
yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, Sunshine invited me. I live right next door and just wanted to come by and support. So happy
Yeah.
to be here.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Tori, right? Tori,
Yeah.
what is it like having this center right there in the midst of just walking distance for you?
Honestly, it's really beautiful. Like I love when I walk by or drive by and like there's a bunch of youth in here and I'm just
Okay.
like it makes me feel like it just makes me feel really grateful that there's like a place of support and community and affirmation that's just like so clearly visible, like right here in this community. As Sunshine said, like, you know, she showed me around, she showed me where she grew up, the house she grew up in, right? It's just right around the corner from here. And yeah, so just the fact that this exists is really incredible. And, you know, as someone who focuses on nervous systems and resilience, like just perfect. Like this is exactly what our youth need, especially. So
Okay.
great.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Can I just do a walking intro?
Yeah, go ahead. Just walk us through it.
Yeah, because folks are about to close down their booth, but they stayed open just to talk to you.
Yes, please. Yes, this is powerful. Yes, we like this.
Look at all that. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, will you introduce yourself?
I'm Erica. I own Cake and It Better. We do cupcakes, chocolate dip treats, fresh bread, and doggy treats.
Okay. Where can we find you? Where can we find you? Other than the event right now.
We have a kiosk inside the Lloyd Center.
Okay.
But there's some good treats that yay.
We see that.
Quite a few too. All right. So we're gonna go over. You see these sweatshirts and cool merchandise here. We got Miss Evelyn who's gonna come into the light.
Yeah, talk to us. Talk to us, Miss Evelyn, please.
Hi, I'm Evelyn Warren. I was born and raised in Portland, Oregon, and actually I was a recipient of the music that was here in the Albina Arts Center. It was phenomenal in the day. We had several musicians that would come through and teach people how to play, and it was wonderful. And so now they've restored it to something different, and I know they'll do wonderful things here.
Okay.
But my business is called Ethnic Ensemble. I do an array of things. I hand make earrings, and I do hoodies, and I do mugs.
Okay. Now, where can the viewers find you at? Where can we find you?
Well, my website is going to open up soon. It's www.ethnicensemble.com.
Absolutely.
Yes. So thank
Awesome.
you. It's a pleasure being here. It's good to
pleasure.
see you.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you.
And we had a storyteller in our midst, Salome.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, just walk us around.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I love it. Yes. Hello, how are you?
Salome's been doing storytelling since we've been put on this event. She's from Nigeria. She's heading back to Nigeria. But tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Salome McConan. I read industrial design, majored in textiles.
Okay.
I love telling stories as well. Yeah. So that's pretty much
And
it.
she does batiking and all.
Boutiquist as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been lovely having her here.
Thank
So we have a couple more weeks that we're going to be doing this. It is Saturday, Sunday from 12 to 4, but we also have rolling into Kwanzaa, we also have a Monday and Tuesday. So we're
Okay.
gonna next week we're gonna go Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and we'll finish it out in January, that first week of January, that weekend. Once again, the times are still gonna be 12 to 4. And at 2 o'clock, we have storytelling. Like I said, we had poetry. Mr. O.B. Hill was here. He story told today. He told a little bit about his cherry picking, not cherry picking, but strawberry picking and bean picking. And there were folks in the audience who had also been on those buses going strawberry. We do a lot of intergenerational work. And
Yes.
so it was really great to hear him tell his story and to encourage other people to have their stories. So, and like I said, we had all ages here today. It was wonderful. And we welcome anybody that wants to come and join us in the future. Thank you so much for inviting us to be part of this talk today.
My pleasure. Doctor, go ahead, doctor. Chime in on.
Oh, we're just grateful that folks are coming through.
Okay.
We're trying to actually serve community in different kinds of ways. We also have allowed people to come in and just have a place of healing. We have a couple different things that we offer to community, from the EMF mats, that's the electronic magnetic frequency mats, where you lie on it and it just resets your body. A lot of people fall asleep on it.
Yeah.
So we have a medical grade massage chair. We have a power pulse machine that just aligns people and helps their blood flow and their bones get stronger. So we're trying in different kinds of ways, not only what Sunshine is helping organize to bring in vendors to get access to, to selling their wares, but we also care about the inside of people. We care about their broken hearts. We care about how they're surviving racial trauma, generational trauma. And so there are so many different ways that I think that we've tried to meet the needs of the community. And what I found when I'm doing traveling and speaking engagements, and I show people the center, even in places with larger Black communities, don't have access to this kinds of space. So I just appreciate you being able to highlight what we're attempting to do in this community and how we're attempting to serve our community, because this is an unusual kind of approach for community building.
Now, I know some dates coming up, so the program is still going on. So if you can go ahead and shout out the dates so we can get people over there, just come through ourselves and just be a part of this. Go ahead, please.
That's Sunshine who can give us that.
Okay. Well, I think we have a flyer, Mr. Engineer. If you do have the flyer, you can go ahead and pop it up. If not, we'll go back to Miss Sunshine. She can kind of give us the dates and times for the people.
As Sunshine had mentioned, we'll be doing this on Saturday and Sundays, but we're also making sure that we do this during Kwanzaa on the 30th and 31st. And the times are 12 to noon on each of the days that we will be open. And so I'm grateful that we're doing something in Kwanzaa. I have written poems that I've helped people understand the Kwanzaa principles. And so it's just an important opportunity for our community to celebrate in different kinds of ways. And so we thank you for just highlighting the opportunity for community to come together.
Oh, but we appreciate it. We appreciate what you're doing. And I know you ladies is busy wrapping up things there. But again, we want to thank you for just allowing us in your space and being able to get the information out to the people. Be blessed. Have a happy rest of the program and a happy Kwanzaa. And we look forward to doing whatever Straight Talk can do. And remember, Straight Talk truly is the show that cares about you, where the information comes from you, the people, to the people. Be blessed. Thank you so much, okay? Both of you. Appreciate you. Have an awesome day. Thank you, Miss Sunshine. Oh, Miss Sunshine, you have some other words you want to add before we go? Feel free.
No, I just want to say I'm so grateful for you to invite us to be part of your show today, and just grateful for the ways that Portland continues to embrace the work that's being done through I Am More and through the Soul Restoration Center. Happy to be one of the stewards along with other people like the person behind me, Mr. Paul Knowles, and so many other people that just make a difference in our community. So thank you for the difference that you make, Tony, and I appreciate you inviting us to the show. And Steve, thank you also for your technical support. So y'all, I hope you have a happy holidays.
Y'all take care. Be blessed. Okay.
Whatever way you celebrate.
You got the mirror north. I see you got the mirror northeast right there. Blow it up.
Yeah,
Right
yep.
behind you.
He comes in and takes a picture next to his photo with
Okay.
people. And he celebrated his 93rd birthday here with his mantra for the year being, "I'm 93 and got places to be." So we look forward to celebrating him and so many others here in the future. So thank you for hosting us again. We'll have different vendors, but we also have some of the same vendors coming back. But we also have a few that'll show up. They were booked in other places. I kind of came in a little bit late in the game, but I'm so glad we got in at all.
Okay, appreciate it. Let us know whatever we can do, okay? Y'all be blessed. Have a wonderful day, okay?
Okay, take care.
Thank you. When we come back, we're going to be joined with a presentation from Dr. Joyce Hariss. She's been a pioneer in this community as well, and she started the Black Educational Center. And she does a Kwanzaa celebration, and so we're going to have her talk to you. So those that when you don't go down to the event to be a part of it, if you are at home, you can pull it up and go through the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Okay, we're going to go to our sponsor and then we'll be back. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Again, thank you so much for this engineering this program where we can get the message out to the people. And let me say something, all those viewing us, when you have a topic or some input or comments you want to share with us, please do so, because Straight Talk is your show. And as we say, it is the show that cares about you and where the information truly comes from you, the people. So we want to thank you, Dr. Mitchell and Miss Sunshine, for just allowing us in the space there, and get over at IFCC Center and be a part of that program as well. And Steve, you bring up Dr. Joyce Hariss, and she's going to share with us the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. And speaking about a lady that cares about you, Dr. Joyce Hariss. Please welcome Dr. Joyce Hariss, everybody. Hello. Dr. Joyce Hariss. She is a pioneer in our community. She's going to be sharing a little bit about Kwanzaa with us, what Kwanzaa means. Please again welcome Dr. Joyce Hariss.
So first of all, I want to say thank you so much for inviting me to be on the show and talk about Kwanzaa. How many of you have celebrated Kwanzaa or know what Kwanzaa is? Okay, there we go. So it was created in 1966 by Dr. Maulana Karenga. And it's really a celebration of African and African-American history and culture. Dr. Karenga, he's a scholar. He is really a scholar. He was concerned that African-Americans in the United States didn't really have a holiday that was a celebration of who we are. And so he did a lot of studying. He wanted to connect it to our African culture and our heritage. So he studied many of the communities on the continent of Africa to see which celebrations were consistent, that were collaborative. And one of the things he found is that in African communities, they celebrated the harvest. And that was so important because, unlike over here where, you could run down to Freddy's or Safeway, you can't do that on the continent.
They had to go get theirs.
You had to plant your own crops.
Yes.
And it was a communal thing. The village, the people in the village all worked together to tend the crops, to water the crops. And what's so important about harvest celebrations is that if you can think about some of the communities around the world today, if there's a drought and there's no water for the crops to grow, what happens to the people?
Right, they starve.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, they starve.
They starve
Mm-hmm.
because they have no food. And so in many of the communities in Africa, when the harvest came about, and many of the harvest celebrations happen around this time of the year because of the climate. And so Dr. Karenga said, well, that would be something we could celebrate. And so he set out to create this holiday. And people need to understand, on the continent of Africa, there's not a holiday called Kwanzaa, but our brothers and sisters over there do celebrate Kwanzaa. I've done my own research and study,
yes.
and I've seen Kwanzaa celebrations in Paris, done in French. One of the ones that really impressed me was in the Caribbean. And like up here, I have one of the symbols of Kwanzaa is the kinara, or the candle holder.
So each one of those candles, they represent?
They represent a principle.
Can you share a little bit with that?
Sure,
with us,
sure. But in the Caribbean,
Uh-huh.
you know what they use as a kinara?
What's that?
The sand on the beach.
Sand on the beach.
Yeah, so they put the candles in the sand. So these are the symbols of Kwanzaa. And I'm gonna try to go through these.
Okay.
Kwanzaa is a 7-day celebration. It starts on December 26th and it ends on January 1st. Now, Dr. Karenga, being the genius that he is, said every holiday has to have symbols, has to have meaning.
Yeah.
So he identified these symbols. This is the kinara, or the candle holder. And he felt like the candle holder was important because it represents the stalk, the original stalk that we all came from. And if you know your history, if you know your culture, archaeologically, the earliest finds of what was eventually became the humankind, were found in East Africa. The first woman was African. They call her the African Eve, in the Afars Isas region in Ethiopia. But you know what the Ethiopians called her? They called her Dinknesh, which means you are wonderful. So Dr. Karenga went back and he researched all that. And so this represents the original stalk. This is the kinara. But what was really important to Dr. Karenga is that the celebration should also include some principles, some values that should guide the way in which we live. So we have 7 candles up here.
Okay.
And each candle represents one of the principles. The first candle, the black candle, it represents umoja. And the language of Kwanzaa is Swahili, Kiswahili. Umoja means to strive for and maintain unity in our family, community, nation, and race. Really focus on unity in our community. And so I'm wanting us to think about a blueprint for unity. What can we do in our families, in our community, and nationally to create and maintain unity in our families, our communities, our nations, and our race? Okay. Then we have the 6 other candles. And what we do each night, we start with the black candle, and then we go to the red, the green, the red, the green. The second principle is kujichagulia, which means self-determination, to name ourselves, speak for ourselves, and define ourselves instead of letting other people do it for us. The third principle is ujima, collective work and responsibility. And what that teaches us is that we need to build and maintain our community together and to solve our brothers and sisters' problems together and to achieve them together. The fourth principle is ujamaa, which means cooperative economics, to build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other businesses, and to profit from them together. The fifth principle of Kwanzaa is nia, or purpose, to make as our collective vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. And the sixth principle, one of my favorites, is kuumba, which means creativity, which means to do as much as we can in the way that we can to leave our communities more beautiful and more beneficial than we inherited them.
That's beautiful.
And then the sixth principle is Imani, and that brings it all together. Imani means faith. Faith means to believe with all our hearts in our teachers, our leaders, our parents, and to understand that our struggle is righteous and we need to look forward to the victory of that struggle. So like we talk about lift every voice and sing, till victory is won. And so that kind of feeds off of that principle. I'm gonna date myself now.
That's okay.
I've been coordinating the Kwanzaa community events here in Portland since 1971.
That's a clap praise on that. Yes. That's a clap praise.
And what we have, in the beginning, we had a school that I co-founded, the Black Educational Center. And we would do every day of Kwanzaa, 7 days. And then I always wondered why I would be so tired on January 2nd. Well, that was it.
Right.
And then eventually we became almost a victim of our success because people did what we wanted them to do, celebrated at home.
Okay.
And so people had the luxury of picking and choosing which nights they could come out, but I didn't have that luxury. Many of us in the organization did it, but that was fine. But now we've evolved to the point where there are organizations and individuals who have come on board and they do the program. They schedule a program. I do the candle lighting. I do the explanation of all the principles and, just kind of coach them on, if they want some advice. So December 27th.
That's the first day.
That's the second day.
Is that the day you're going to be? The second. What's the first day you light
December
the candles?
26th.
Okay.
Where each night you light a candle.
So anybody who wants to come out when you light the candle, that's the first day?
The first day we light the black candle.
Black candle, okay.
The second day the red, and then we go to the green the next day. So that is it. And then on the last day of Kwanzaa, which is January 1st, I encourage people to spend the day with your friends and your family, making sure that you think about the principles and how you breathe life into them in your community. And then he's given me the sign.
Okay.
But one of the other symbols that's important are the ears of corn. And you should have an ear of corn for every child in your household to put on your Kwanzaa table.
Well, Dr. Joyce Hariss, we thank you. Dr. Joyce Hariss, it's a pleasure. I know you said, she said don't call her doctor.
No, it's okay. I've gotten used to it.
She got used to it, yes.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Again, Straight Talk truly is the show that cares about you, where the information comes from the people. And we're just grateful and blessed to be in your midst and you joining us. And get over to the IFCC, be a part of that Dr. Mitchell and Sunshine's program that they have going on over there. And then, again, if you don't go over on the 24th to be a part of the Kwanzaa, tune in. Straight Talk, the video will be up there. You can practice the principles right in your home, like Dr. Joyce Hariss says. That's what they want people to do. Don't miss out. Share with each other. Remember the 7 principles. And the last one is faith. Have faith, we shall. Because we shall overcome this situation. And it's a marathon, right? And so let's not be discouraged. Let's keep pushing because the people before us, they kept pushing so you and I can even be able to share right now. So stay in tune. We appreciate you. Keep DMing us and sending us your comments to Facebook and on different social media platforms. And remember, if you have a comment or a topic that you'd like to see us cover, send it to us. We're more than happy to research it. We got to research it first, right? Observation is one of your best teachers. Research is your best reward. And again, we thank you for tuning in to Straight Talk TV. We thank our engineer, Steve Roberts. And remember, Straight Talk truly is the show that cares about you, where the information comes from you, the people, to the people. Be blessed. Enjoy your holidays. Happy Hanukkahs, Kwanzaa, and just love on each other. And if you see somebody, pop a smile. It's not going to hurt. Even if they don't smile back, you sent that energy out. Stay tuned. Be blessed. Thank you so much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.